Good day, everyone. It's Conrad from ConradRocks.com, and I wanted to address some of the questions I get about people asking me why I don't watch television. Now, I had originally unplugged from TV back, it must have been in the 90s, and I'm not perfect. I like to watch Netflix and see movies every once in a while, but something hit me. I was reading Romans 12:2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. And I noticed that I could sing plop, plop, fizz, fizz, oh, what a relief it is. I knew these things, these jingles and these television commercials, more than I knew Scripture. And I was freaking out. I'm like going, oh my gosh, I am being programmed by the world. And I did a little bit of research on it over the years. And Krugman, he's a guy that did some research, I guess, in the 60s, Krugman, I believe. And he found that if you turned on television, that it would put your mind into the alpha brainwave state, and it would create the image. You know, the image is created for you. When you read a book or something, you're projecting the image as you read. And with TV, you're going into alpha waves in like 30 seconds, which is the same waves that they use for hypnosis and so forth. So basically, the image of the beast in your living room is programming you, and it bypasses your critical thinking, and you pretty much believe what your television says. I mean, it's really crazy. It sounds really crazy, but it's true. And if you'll notice that, like for instance, people in political venues or whatever, you can tell which station they watch by what they say. And their speech is governed by what has been on television. Have you ever noticed that people are talking about what is on television? So the God of this world is like programming. I know it sounds really crazy, but if you think about it, the God of this world is programming people to think the way that they think. And it's bypassing their rational judgment. You know, your critical thinking's out the window. Now, James 4:4, there's some other reasons too. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that friendship of the world is enmity with God? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God. Now, that's pretty strong language, but that's Scripture, and we're here to be the few. That's what we're here for. So we need to endure sound doctrine. When we're letting the TV get into us, it's like we're the Christian sponge. Our mind is like a sponge. Either we're going to absorb the things of God, or we're going to absorb the things of the world. James also says, pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world. That's James 1:27. Now, another thing that I was thinking about, and I was just thinking about the effects of television. TV neutralizes faith. Okay, here, let me give you an example. The just shall live by faith. We know that scripture, Habakkuk, it's quoted in the New Testament as well. And if we have a headache as Christians, we've been watching TV, we're going to grab an aspirin because TV told us to. When we should pray, we should at least make an attempt to pray. If we have the faith, the grain of a mustard seed. Anyway, also, TV fills our minds with garbage. Just look at the garbage that's on television. It's garbage, even if the content is not bad. It's stuff you don't really need. In Philippians 4:8, the Bible tells us, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. We're supposed to think of things that are good and virtuous. Now, I just wanted to share that with you because a lot of people have been asking me why I don't watch TV. And I'm not perfect. I do watch Netflix. I do watch football every once in a while. I'm actually waiting from that because the Cowboys are losing. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Till we meet again, dig deeper, go higher.